Ladies and gentlemen, this is Christopher Billing, and let me tell you, I feel great to be stepping in here for UWE. We're about to see David Sidebright take on Diehard for the rights to use a kick to the skull as a finisher. Now, I'm not affiliated with UWE in any way, shape, or form. Diehard actually asked me if I would step in and do some commentary for this matchup since it has a lot of history. It's David Sidebright, Diehard group. For a while there, they had a pretty big thing going on against each other in the power plant. And although this isn't a power plant match, I was more than happy to say yes to call this match between David Sidebright and Diehard because it is going to be an authentic slobber knocker. It really will. And no matter what anybody says, the things that happened in the power plant, they were great, but tonight is not about the power plant, it is about UWE. And as we see David Sidebright, he's still looking great, he's in great shape, great thing. On a side note, I'm just looking at my notes here, but UWE, Sam Mysterio, Joe may be here, David is here, and Alan, Kieran is here. Chang Gang and Diehard are both in EWE, which also Diehard is in Full Throttle Wrestling on FTW. He's got a pretty big thing going on with FTW as well. And, these are big things that really make a huge difference when it comes to the power plant. Although Diehard and Lonely Girl both shut down the power plant, Diehard, ideally, he is a wrestler, and this is his bread and butter right here. He's competing in the ring. He's a tough guy when he does it, and even in EWE, if you can hear it, Diehard is still booed by the fans. The fans still do not like Diehard. And you got to give him a reason to really like him. He's done some really, really, really shady things to a lot of people, a lot of opponents. That weren't in he did some pretty vicious things. This goes to show that it's not just in the power plant that he is disliked by some, it's also other places in the league. And you didn't notice he's got Chain Gang coming down the ring. Don't know if Chain Gang's in fear or not, but hoping for the sake of the match that it will come out of It's kind of weird seeing Diehard without, the power plant title, but, those things happen, and here we go. Diehard with the front face lock on David. Sidebright whips David to the corner. What's Diehard doing here? He pulls David out into a left arm clothesline. You can see Chain Gang just standing there on the apron. Diehard with the right hand. David with the kick, and then an attempted left hook. Diehard counters with the clothesline. Now it looks like Diehard's going to go to work on David's arms. I got to tell you, folks, it feels great to be calling matches again. I thought this game would not come a short kick to the gut by Diehard. Look, gut wrench suplex takeover. Putting a little bit of a rotation on that. Now it looks like Diehard's doing those elbow strikes right to the solar plexus, right to the chest. Just wrenching away, tearing on that chest. Leaving big welts. David counters from the ground. David attempted an RKO, but rolled him over into a snapmare. Diehard counters from the ground with the dirty eye gouge. Wait a second, Diehard hooks that arm. What's he doing here? It looks like it was a single arm takeover, but a lifting suplex modifier on it. Diehard whips David into the ropes. David catches himself. David sprints at Diehard, misses. Diehard with the kick to the gut, whips David back into the ropes. Oh my God, a huge power slam by Diehard. And Diehard looks like he's on a roll now. Kick to the gut by Diehard. Wait a second. Drop tool face buster. What's Diehard thinking here? Wait a second. This is that kick. This is that kick that we were talking about. There's that kick right to the face. What's Diehard doing? That kick may have knocked David out. He could have just probably pinned David right there. David counters. David with the side wrist lock on Diehard. Diehard looks like he is in firm control of this matchup. Another underhook suplex takeover. David counters from the ground. Diehard counters. It looks like from the ground. Oh, another eye poke. Wait a second, Diehard backdrop with a little bit of a twist into a Sato suplex. And now once again, it looks like Dyehart's going to work on David's arms. Like I said, I got to tell you folks, it feels great to be calling matches again. It really does. Even if it is, with Dyehardt in the ring and, things like that. I may have said some things about, Dyehardt, and like I said before, I respect him as an individual, not so much as an in-ring competitor. Oh, David sucks Dyehardt back in with that kick right to the throat. Now David doing some vintage stomping on Dyehardt's chest. Dyehardt is very familiar with that. Oh, Dyehardt with another eye gouge. And now Dyehardt just picks David up into a basic scoop slam and then plants him. Wait a second, what's David doing here? Dyehardt kick to the gut, whips David into the ropes, attempts to catch him with that jumping knee. It doesn't work. David, side wrist lock. Dyehardt counters to a rear waist lock, whips David to the corner. What's Dyehardt thinking here? Dyehardt with that another clothesline out of the corner. David counters from the ground. Wait a second, David uppercut. Wait a second, the SKO, DKO, the David knockout right there. And now it looks like David is in control of this matchup. Dyehardt on the apron. Oh, David punched to the abdomen. Wait a second, he's got Dyehardt hooked up on those ropes with that DDT. Now once again, David stomping away on Dyehardt's chest. Like I said, this is why I had no problem saying yes to doing commentary for this match, because I knew it was going to be great. And David Seibreit with a huge rotating gourd buster. And then a huge elbow to the back of the head from David Seibreit to Dyehardt. And now David, a big right hand to the side of the face. David looks like he is in firm control here. David going to work on Dyehardt's legs. Smashing that left knee right onto the mat, knowing that Dyehardt does, or possibly, he was cleared to wrestle, but he could still be fighting with an injury here. David attempts a big running clothesline. Dyehardt counters into a roll-up pin. David able to squeeze his way out of there. A back elbow by David, kick to the gut. Whips Dyehardt into the ropes. Dyehardt catches himself. Dyehardt with a huge running clothesline on David Seibreit. Dyehardt picks David up. Wait a second, looks like what's Dyehardt doing here? That underhook suplex connects again. Dyehardt picks David up. What's he doing here? Whips David onto the apron there. Wait a second. Oh, and a hot shot off of the ropes. Dyehardt suicide dive to the outside. What's Dyehardt thinking here? Whips David back into the ring. Wait a second. Oh, punches him across the chest. Oh, and the kick right to the side of the face. Wait a second, what's Dyehardt thinking here? Oh, and a big running clothesline from David Seibreit. Wait a second, Dyehardt looks like he's going for those Dyehardt strikes, that flurry of elbows. Wait a second, what's Dyehardt doing here? Dyehardt, a butt wrench suplex. Dyehardt turns David over. What's he doing? Wait a second. Dyehardt looks like he's stalking David. Wait, David getting back up to his feet. The martial arts of David Seibreit taking effect. Dyehardt with that spinning wheel kick to send him back to the ground. David back to his feet. A huge running clothesline. David picks Dyehardt up. Dyehardt counters into a small package. It looked like Dyehardt let it go. David with a kick to the gut. Whips Dyehardt to the corner. David goes to run in. He ran right into a big boot from Dyehardt. Dyehardt picks David up into another scoop slam. Nothing but just dropping him right on his spine with that scoop slam. Looks like, what's Dyehardt going to do here? Kick to the gut by Dyehardt to David. Does that drop toe hold. Wait a second, what's Dyehardt thinking here? Looks like he's stalking David. He's looking at it. Dyehardt attempted it, but David got up. David counters. David ran into a clothesline from Dyehardt. Wait a second, what's Dyehardt doing? Looks like he's going for that kick again. And once again, that would be a skull crusher right there. Dyehardt going for the cover on David Seibreit. 1, 2, 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Dyehardt has done it. And I want to thank you all for letting me commentate for you tonight. You have a good night.